Hi everyone, welcome back to the summit. I'm so excited today. I have got a wonderful guest on today. I've got Sabina and her surname is Trojanova. Is that, yes, she's saying that that's correct. I had to practice that beforehand, but I got it right, so that's good. So Sabina is a wonderful guest that we've got on today, and I'm so glad to have her here on the Social Media Influencer Marketing Summit. It is going to be a wonderful interview, so stay tuned. She has got so much to share. She's got over 150,000 followers. She's an influencer that I came across and went, I need to have her on this summit because she's going to give us so much advice and help on how to work with influencers. So Sabina is the founder of Girl vs. Globe. It's her own website. It's about travel, it's eco-friendly, and it's about lifestyle. So lots of great information there. And she's really about inspiring women and empowering women all over the world. She has been featured in publications such as The Lonely Planet, Huffington Post, Matador Network, and she's at 24, traveled to over 40 countries. So she's got a lot of things that she can share with everyone. And I think that's really what helps her become such a great influencer is, you know, her worldwide information and how she sees the world in such a different way. So while she's not traveling, she likes to try out new vegan recipes, she says. And the funniest part is she's dreaming about adopting a dog when you're on the road. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but it's a nice dream to have, and we all need to have those dreams that we can live up to one day. So as I said, she's got over 150,000 followers across her social media channels. Let's introduce her, say hello to Sabina, and find out more from her. So hi Sabina, how are you today?
Hi Caroline, hi everyone. Yeah, thank you for the incredible introduction. I feel like I have a lot to live up to now, so hopefully people feel that I've delivered now.
No, I'm sure you will, definitely. Tell us a little bit more about you, maybe something that I haven't mentioned so far.
Right, so I started my website back in 2014, and the entire industry kind of just crept up on me. It wasn't something that I ever planned to do. I started my blog and my vlog and all the associated things back when I was still at university. So it was just one of those things that you do as a creative outlet, and it grew into what it is today, which is absolutely crazy. And while I'm so happy to give you whatever answers that you're looking for, I still feel like I don't fully understand exactly what the hell is going on.
No, I think that's fantastic. And that's what I love about you is that you are a genuine influencer who got here from just organically putting yourself out there and getting people to follow you based on, you know, just genuine passion of what you're doing. And I think we notice a lot of clients ask me, a lot of people that work with me ask me all the time. And that is why I put on this summit, was purely to have these conversations with people like you and to help merchants understand what it's all about, because it's a very, like, you don't understand this industry. We don't understand it. The merchants don't understand it. So I think if we all get together and, you know, use the information that we have, we can learn so much more. And one thing that people ask me all the time is, how do I know which influencer that I need to work with? And I think working with someone like you that's genuinely an influencer organically makes all the difference in the world. So, and it's proven in your numbers and it's proven in your engagement rate. So look, it's fantastic. And I'm sure that even though you feel like you don't know everything, I'm sure that you've got a lot more information than you even realize that you've got to give us.
We'll get to the bottom of it today.
Fantastic. So what is your specific niche? I said that you do travel and eco-friendly. So what do you actually, you know, what sort of products do you promote?
Yeah, so all of that is correct, and all the information that I put out there tries to follow that, but because it is a lifestyle blog and because it is kind of driven by what I like, which sounds narcissistic and possibly is, but that is the truth for a lot of people on the internet nowadays. It is also very much driven by my interests. So in terms of what products I promote, it can be anything that I feel would be useful to my audience. So really, it's partly driven by what I like, but partly also by what I feel would contribute to their lives in some way. So it can be anything from an online product, an ebook, a course, to a physical product like merchandise, say t-shirts and things like that.
Fantastic. So this is definitely something that I always recommend to my clients and people that see, you know, I do little videos about this sort of thing all the time. And I always say that providing an influencer just with something from your website. So if you sell 20 different things and just saying, here's a red t-shirt, I want you to promote it. If that influencer is not passionate about it, then they don't, you know, they'll never get the most out of it. So I think you're making the exact point. and clarifying what I always say is that you promote what you love, and then also what helps the people that actually follow you.
Yeah, that's always the idea. And I know when you're just starting out, it's easy to get sidetracked and you're finally getting that first paycheck and you're like, yeah, I'll promote the red t-shirt, go on. But that's not necessarily, looking back, the best way to go about it. So it's all about learning as you go, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. And so which social media channels do you use? You've got 150,000 followers, but which social channels are you using for that?
Honestly, all of them. It becomes a bit of a struggle and a bit of a balancing act. So my two favorite, and the two that I really put all of my effort into, are Instagram and YouTube. Yeah. And besides that, I also have Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest, but really I would say they're very much secondary.
Okay, so I'd love to spend today talking more about YouTube. I think that that's an area that what I find with merchants that are selling products is that they're not using YouTube to its full potential. A lot of people come to me and they say, I just want to run a Facebook ad. And I'm like, hang on, there's so many other things you can be doing. And I think that people might think that I'm getting a little bit crazy these days because it's like you said, yeah, it's sort of all crept up on you. And I feel that about the influencer marketing area as well. I think it's crept up on everyone. And now is the time it's sort of hitting that, coming to that peak where we need to know about it. And I'm constantly saying to people, use YouTube. So I'd love to talk more about that. I think that's a great area where people should be concentrating on. And what is it that you do on YouTube? Can you tell us a little bit about the sort of videos you create there?
Right, so my entire online presence, I would say, is very much interlinked. So it's not like I do one thing on YouTube and another thing on Instagram. But at the same time, YouTube is a much more personal app, I would say, because Instagram is so highly curated. Sometimes with some people, you just see the back of their head. So you really can form that same relationship that you're able to form on YouTube. And that's why in a way, I would say definitely prefer it to Instagram, even though my numbers are smaller, because it's just such a great way to build a community. So what I will do on my YouTube differs not really in the message I'm trying to get across, but in the execution. And what you'll see a lot of is travel vlogs, which is just really, for me, an easy way to share my travels, because when I travel, it's so haphazard, whether it's for work and it's a press trip, it's just bam, 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 go, go, go. So really, there's not that much planning you can do beforehand. You don't really know what you're going to be seeing. So you end up doing content that works for that format that kind of suits that style of travel. But I am trying to do more of what we're doing right now, actually more of kind of sit-down videos, how-tos, explaining, and just really giving answers to questions that people ask me over and over.
Fantastic. And do you do any sort of product reviews at the moment on YouTube? So if you get a client, how do you work with them on YouTube?
Right. So in terms of YouTube, I've actually been everything's been very much like non-commercial for the time being. And I think that's partly because it's grown very quickly quite recently, but also partly because when you have that really personal relationship, quite unlike, I would say, Instagram, or that's how it feels to me, you're really wary of who you promote and how you promote them, because really, it's really putting yourself out there. But that's not to say I haven't done promotions. I've worked with a brand called Travel Libro on promoting their great platform that's about kind of curating your journeys. So that was a really great way for me to work with someone, because it works so well with what I'm already doing, and I knew that my viewers would be interested. But there are so many ways that you can work with influencers, obviously, and even though I'm not doing all of them, it's incredible the power that YouTube harnesses because of that personal touch.
Fantastic. And so what sort of collaboration structures do you like in general when you're working with a brand?
So for me, because I have all these different channels online, let's say Instagram, YouTube, my blog as well, which actually blogs are great if people are out there and they're trying to figure out who to work with and